Hey guys, Johnny Thompson here with a familiar face, Mr. FP of Bob Does Sports.
How we doing?
Oh man!
Rattles around.
Wow, that's a big.
And I liked them. They were hot. I could look at them. I thought for game improvement or like player distance irons, they had a pretty good shape to them.
212 carry, post launch.
Yeah, feel good about that. Belly full of deli meat. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice ball.
So, a lot of new equipment in the bag for you, 2025. How's it been so far?
I've loved it. Everything really. The Opus wedges are great. More of a, I don't know. For me, I'm a little bit rounder, a little bit more like traditional wedge shape, if you will. I like the jaws raw, even back to like the jaws forged with like a super straight leading edge for me, which I loved. Kind of up until lob wedge, where then I kind of went, what was that, Jaws MD that I felt like had a little bit more of a rounded edge for, you know, open face shots. But I've gotten used to these. I think they're great. They perform really well. Hitting windows I'm looking for. So, you know, everything's pretty good.
Have we had any viral moments yet with these wedges? Are we holding anything?
I hold out for an eagle at the Cognizant Pro-Am a couple weeks ago. Kyle Berkshire put me greenside on the 8th hole, across the water, if you know that PGA Championship course. And yeah, hold out a wedge from there. So yeah, I think we're doing good with them.
You're gonna hit a couple.
Yeah.
Have you started to think about 17 yet? What club you're gonna be hitting?
They sent me yardages last night, which I do appreciate.
Yeah.
So
what do they got on 17?
It says 141.
Okay.
Which is generally a good number for me. That's like a pretty good 9, I would say. Pretty stock 9. So it's just going to be wind dependent.
With that 141 number in mind.
Yeah.
Let's get
See
down
if
to
we can
business.
hit that. Well, I'll get a T though. That's nice, right?
It is nice.
They do give me a T.
Good point. So Apex Pros.
Yep.
What got you to them? What was your history in irons, and why are we here?
So I think when we first came to Callaway, I think the first irons I ever hit were paradigms. And it was kind of an in-between before I started working with these Apexes, and I liked them. They were hot. I could look at them. I thought for game improvement or like player distance irons, they had a pretty good shape to them. They didn't have a ton of offset, which is something that I don't like seeing. So I just stuck with them for a little bit. And then I think I got fit into CB and Pro combo. And waiting on the CB portion, I had a full Pro set that we went to Scotland with, and I loved them. So I don't think I ever even played the CBs for a hole.
Yeah.
For me at this point in golf, I want the most forgiving club I can look at.
Yeah.
Played blades for a long time, and that's great, but I don't swing it like I used to.
Yeah.
So,
all right, 141.
4-1.
We're gonna pretend there's no wind.
No wind.
All right,
35.
Did they give you pin placements?
No.
All right, well, if it's
I wish
141.
If it's 141,
141,
back,
I think it's above the shelf. So that last one, you're good.
That would be
you got
great.
a tough putt, but
if it's up front,
this is post lunch. You know, we're probably
post lunch.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of pretzels in me. Let's see if I can find a 141 with a little 8.
It's pure though. 44.
Okay.
I got to think you're probably going to be a little more jazzed up, surrounded by thousands of people
Yeah,
tomorrow. You
get a
know,
little adrenaline.
I'm not that exciting, so you know, you're probably lacking a little adrenaline.
You
But
think that 135 could get me to 138,
Yeah,
maybe something
yeah.
like that? All right.
let's talk about the top end of the bag, because I know coming into this we talked about 7 wood being a club that we needed to dial in.
Yeah.
So we're still on the AI Smoke 7 wood, but we're going to work on that today. See if we can get the Elite to line up with the rest of the bag. But talk me through this. Let me hear about what you've been seeing with some of this equipment.
Yeah, so I for a long time I still think I'm a pretty good long iron player. I loved my long irons through high school and college. I just felt like I hit them well, but you know, as I lost speed, I would say, you know, the 3 iron started to go pretty much the same distance as 4-iron did. Might just roll out a little bit more, so it became kind of worthless. And then tried hybrids a little bit. That was fine, but I never felt like totally comfortable with them. I felt like I really hooked them a lot. And then, yeah, I just tried a 7-wood out of kind of nowhere, and I've loved it. It's my go-to club where I just, I need to either hit a fairway, or I've got a long layup, or just like, even in like rough, like heavy rough, I feel like choking down on it and kind of chopping with the 7-wood with all that loft, you can hit some bullets out. So for me, it's just a very versatile club. I can hit high cuts, maybe 210, and I can kind of send one with a draw, maybe 230. So
it's amazing how many 7-woods are showing up in PGA Tour players' bags. I mean, you just played a match with the Hogarth twins, and both of them carry a 7-wood, and they're the longest guys you've ever seen.
I mean, I think that it's getting to the point probably where 3-woods just go too far for these guys, right? So there's just not really a point. So, 5-woods, and then what do you want to do? 7-woods, 3-irons. There's a time and a place for everything, but these guys are probably hitting, 7-wood, 255, 260? I mean, that's a weapon. When you look down at all that, I mean, to me, it looks like a wedge.
Yeah.
It's incredible. How do I possibly mishit this club?
We made a 7-wood for Eric Van Rooyen at Farmers this year because the rough at Torrey was gnarly.
Yeah.
Thick, wet, and he was like, we were dropping balls and lies where he's like, I wouldn't even attempt to hit a 6-iron out of this. And we made this 7-wood where he just, it's a manufactured shot, but he's choking down on it steep, chopping down on as hard as he can. He was chasing it down the fairway 230 yards. And with a 6-iron, he couldn't even barely get it out of the rough. So they're incredibly useful clubs. I think, anybody at home or anybody playing on the PGA Tour, like there's a lot of people that need to give a 7-wood a try.
I agree. And I mean, to me, the smaller head too kind of zones me in a little bit. It's not that huge 3-wood head where you feel like you can hit it anywhere.
Yeah. Let's hit a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pure there.
It's as good as I got right there.
212 carry, post launch.
Yeah, feel good about that. Belly full of deli meat. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice ball.
I think they did that for Bob. I know he's big on the sandwich reviews. I think they wanted to make sure we had good sandwiches.
Try to hit like one of these lofty kind of cuts.
Ooh, baby.
Just ship it straight. A little cut.
Yeah, I mean, you took a little bit off of it,
Yeah.
210.
I mean, to me, that's like that. Like I can't get anything that high.
Yeah.
I mean, I hit sand wedges that high.
Yeah.
I hit pitching wedge full that high. So I just hit some 8-irons that kind of come in through that same window.
So I know we talked about like hybrids. Just they kind of hooked on you.
I just found they hooked for me. I had to really hold off on them.
So how much fitting went into this 7-wood? Is that a standard like no adjustments made to it?
No, this was I think
right.
the shaft at least.
Yeah.
We got fit into. Yeah, nothing going on really with maybe lie angle or anything like that. I played my irons kind of flat for a while. Yeah. Just because I'm not a very tall guy, so my setup, it felt like the toe was up. But then I would kind of notice in my impact positions, my hands got up a bit. Yeah. So that I'm kind of playing standard now.
Yeah. Well, that's the true tell. It's a good point to bring up because lie angle, it doesn't matter how it's sitting at address. It's what's happening at impact. Yeah. So it can be a mile up in the air at toes, but if your hands return high and that club's sitting flush to the ground, then you have a perfect lie angle. So that's a good point.
It is a little bit weird, at address. You got to just tell yourself that that's the reality of it.
Well, we have with the truck being around the corner, we have the ability to measure the lie and loft on that. Okay. So that when we build it with the Elite, we'll match all that stuff up. Perfect. And get that TP shaft in there.
Perfect. So this is the Triple Diamond Elite with the Ventus Blue 7. What's just for my info, I don't know how much you know about these two profiles, but what would generally be the obvious difference between this and that TP?
This is a stiffer profile for sure. Okay. So if that's getting a little soft and kind of deflecting and loading not the same as this, impact gets to be a little bit tougher. Yeah. Which makes sense. I've noticed I put this in kind of, to put the new stuff in, and I noticed it just didn't feel as, I don't know, it didn't feel like the safety net Yeah, I would
Like
actually,
an
I would
impact.
say if we went black, fences black,
Okay.
it would be closer to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't argue with that.
Or you just do that.
200.
200. Tell me about the driver. So you got the standard elite at 10.5.
Yep. Always kind of had it neutral standard. I don't know. I didn't grow up getting fit, so I don't know if I just like morphed my game to make sure stock worked.
Yeah.
But yeah, every time I've kind of gone to get fit. One thing I'd be interested to check out. I know there's a flat cog
Yeah.
that I've never tried that I would be interested to check out. But I just threw the same kind of old, this I guess the old blue 6S from, this is probably coming from the original Paradigm into my smoke and now into this. So I've liked it.
Tell me about your driving. Is there any, if you have a miss, is there a common miss or is it just?
Yeah, the hook comes into play.
Okay.
I've been working to work the ball left to right for a long time.
Yeah.
So when I'm swinging well, that's kind of where it falls. But I grew up with a draw. So
Does your hook usually start left and then go left, or is it like kicked out and then overdraws?
no, it's left.
Left. Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting to try that flat cog then, because that could shade it a little bit more towards the right.
That's a high
You
ball
there.
for me.
All right, one more. I'm gonna give you a scenario.
Okay.
Bob is just balled out of his mind. He's got you're one shot back. We got a reachable par 5. I need you to reach back, send one, because there is no way you're going home with this L. What are you gonna do to send this one? Give it a little bit of extra. Talk me through what you do to get a little bit of extra yardage.
Okay, a little extra pop with driver. Yeah, I mean, I think I generally set up pretty, I would feel balanced, athletic, but not like totally zoned in, try to be fluid, focus on tempo. Yeah, if I'm trying to smoke it, then that's gonna be probably a little wider. I'm gonna just kind of sit down into it. Feel like I'm getting my lower body involved like quite a bit. And I wanna get really wide.
Yeah.
Really wide, kind of hang on to it, keep my left shoulder. For me, I don't wanna open up. I'm focused on my left shoulder, kind of staying down as long as I possibly can. And then just kind of unleashing that whole foundation, I would say.
Woo.
Yeah,
That'll do.
something like that.
I think Bob's in trouble.
Yeah, I like that. Bobby Fairway's the lead. Yeah, I can't let that happen.
No, we're not doing this. Not today.